Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. Him make I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restored I soul. Him leadeth I another part of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who no prepare a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Who no anointed I head with no oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I will follow I all the days of I Ivan. I will dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, Kadamawe, Gromabe, Atela, Higzag Beer, Tanaistalina Bashante, Shante. Kadamawe, Gromabe, Atela. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodomo. And here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we'll only just do that on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is a new year. I will say Happy New Year to you. This is a fresh year. Continue to put in the work. Do things differently if you want different results. Please take our numbers from off the screen. And please make sure that you do business with us. It's a new year. Again, hit on the like button and share the broadcast. We are live on Facebook and also live on YouTube. Send your comments coming in. At the end of the day, we'll be reading your comments in 2 batches. Remember, we are keeping this broadcast to 15 minutes times 2, and that is 30. So they have the first half and the second half. This is the Black Ball. Come here. And my name, Blakk Rasta. Number 1. The very first story we are looking at today is rolling on your screen. Akufo-Addo is ungrateful. And this is Ahenkorah talking. Who is Ahenkorah? This is the man. How many of us recognize this man? He was the one who chewed ballot paper in the Parliament House like a goat. Do you all remember? He chewed ballot paper like a goat. These are the pictures. Remember when he went and snatched the ballot papers? You can see that in his hand. And how members of parliament had to apprehend him. Some gave him a number of blows. My brother, my sister. And this all happened when there was a new speaker that was supposed to be voted for. At the end of the day, Alban Bagbin won. And when he realized Alban Bagbin was winning, his party was losing, he got angry, and then he snatched the ballot paper. A lawmaker so irresponsible. He did it. Listen, before this, in the days of COVID, he went all the way to the polling station when elections were going on. And you know what he did? He was diagnosed with COVID-19 and was supposed to be quarantined. But he went out with that and spread the disease. And when Nana Akufo-Addo's attention was drawn to it, it was a big embarrassment. He was a minister of state at the time, a deputy minister of state for tourism and all that. They had to pull him down. No, for trade. Deputy minister for trade. They had to pull him down. And that was the end of Ahenkorah. Now his party is out of power. And he's talking out of pain. Run the story, my youth. Watch this. Oh my God. He says, Akufo-Addo did not appreciate me after snatching ballot papers in parliament. Can you hear this? Run the story, my youth. And this is from Ghana, where it says the outgoing member of parliament for Tema West, Carlos Kingsley Ahenkorah, has expressed his disappointment in President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for failing to recognize and reward him despite his significant contributions and sacrifices to the New Patriotic Party. Now, speaking in an interview on Monday, that's today, January 6, 2025 on UTV, Carlos Ahenkorah expressed his pain, stating that the president did not appreciate or acknowledge his actions when he snatched ballot papers during the election of a speaker at the inauguration of the 8th Parliament. I did what I did for the interest of the party and the benefit of Akufo-Addo's government. Although I regretted my actions as they affected my family members and kids, after it went viral on social media, I never regret doing that for my party, he said. Now, the lawmaker, explaining and justifying his actions, said he took that decisive step for the party's interest and the sole benefit of Akufo-Addo's government. He added that having a speaker of their party's choice would have significantly facilitated their government's business without undue stress and would have also played a crucial role in helping them win the recently held general elections emphatically. What I did was not wrong, but what pains me the most is Akufo-Addo didn't appreciate it. I didn't commit that act for myself, but for Akufo-Addo. That is why I won't do it again. If we had succeeded in getting our candidate to become the speaker, due to my actions, it would have helped us win the 2024 general elections massively, he added. Carlos Ahenkorah attributed Alban Bagbin's nomination by President-elect John Dramani Mahama to his contributions in assisting the NDC caucus in Parliament to fulfill their agenda and disrupt the ruling government's efforts in executing its tasks. He added, Bagbin had been nominated by Mahama to be retained as speaker because he helped the NDC in Parliament. But the one I committed the act for, that's Akufo-Addo, did not even see my contributions. That shit away. So bring his photo here and come here. You see, my brother, it is sad where our politics is going. Look at this guy. He's not a little boy. He's not a teenager. He's a grown-ass man. Yet common sense is not in his DNA. People have met as MPs. Listen attentively. Members of Parliament. They are supposed, my brother, my sister, to be part of the judiciary, the law-making arm of our constitution and our citizenry, our nation. These are the people who are supposed to make laws for us to adhere to, for us to obey. Whilst in the Parliament House, they decided that they had to vote according to the Constitution to pick up a Speaker of Parliament. And when he realized his party was losing, he decided to snatch the ballot papers and he chewed those like a goat on heat. He says he hasn't regretted the act. He did it for his party. Such a guy should be languishing in jail. You can imagine these guys. They are those who rob and kill for their party. It's not about the nation anymore. It's about their big heads that are full of nothing but air, no common sense. I'm angry. He says his party suffered, his children suffered, and he calls his children kids. I don't call my children kids because they are not children of goats. My brother, my sister, this is what a member of Parliament who is supposed to be called an honorable is saying. Such an empty-headed bloke, no common sense. It hurts. These were the people who were voted in to run this nation, and he was even a deputy minister. What is the common sense to run that ministry? This was the same guy that barged into Blak's interview in Parliament. Whilst Blakk was being interviewed by the media, this guy crashed the interview and held a trillion insults at Blakk. We didn't know that all these things he was doing, he was trying to get the attention of the president and his party. These are the people who become terrorists, Al-Qaeda. They are only interested in their cliques. It's never about the big picture. And this guy says that he doesn't regret what he did. But he's just sad that Nana Akufo-Addo did not reward him for his foolishness. I applaud Nana Akufo-Addo. Nana Akufo-Addo would have been the biggest ass. You know what an ass is? The biggest ass if he had rewarded this guy. You did an illegality and you expect that to be rewarded for that illegality. For the first time, soldiers were drawn into the parliament house because of your silly behavior. And today, brother stands aside and says he should have been rewarded. For what? This guy here doesn't respect the laws that he's even making. This guy here is only about his party. And now wants to blackmail his party and say, oh, you know what? If they had allowed me to chew the ballot paper and all that, you know what? My party would have won. And if my party had won, we would have won the 2024 elections. But because they didn't acknowledge me, we are in opposition. May you stay in opposition forever. And these people are parents. What are they teaching their children? Your children saw you chewing ballot paper into your pot belly. You didn't see that as a problem. But the fact that the president did not acknowledge your illegality, you are hurt. You were diagnosed with COVID-19. You were supposed to be quarantined. But the unlawful lawmaker decided that he would go out into the public because he had heard that there was a problem, technical problem with some whatever at the police station. He decided to leave his home and he's not even a computer literate. What did you go to do on computers when you don't know jack about computers to spread COVID-19? President was so angry, he decided to pull him out. He said, hey, you belong to the jungle. Go. Today, look at him. Look at him. There might be a few people that he gives 2 pesos, 1 peso, 2. They will all come and support him and insult the people who mean good for the nation, like us. Remain in opposition forever. Learn common sense, and when you learn it, we will accept you back into the human fold. For now, you belong to the jungle. That's my way. That's my way. When we return, we got more. Hey! 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 Whoa! It's the Black Pot, aka Kokushoda, and here we speak truth to power. Next story, my youth. Watch this. Ato Essien freed from 15-year jail sentence. How many of us remember Ato Essien? Capital Bank. Pastor Mensa Otabil. Caught in a conglomeration of controversies, a plethora of inaccuracies, caught in a quagmire of vicissitudes. My brother, my sister, he went to jail. He went to jail for subverting Ghana's monies into his pocket and some other said things in millions. This is Ato Essien. But the president just freed him. and some 10 other people. And my very good friend, Ahenkorah, has also been freed. He has been in jail for close to 10 years, if I am not mistaken. And let's see exactly why these people have been freed. Now, the 11 convicts granted presidential pardon by Akufo-Addo and why they were jailed. Run it, my youth. President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo has granted pardon to several convicts under his constitutional prerogative of mercy, as communicated in a letter dated December 31, 2024. This act underscored humanitarian considerations in the justice system. Below is a list of pardoned individuals and their circumstances. Ato Essien, he was convicted of murder and sentenced to death on March 19, 1993. Essien has spent 31 years in prison. His sentence has now been commuted to life imprisonment by presidential order. So he's going to jail. He won't die by execution. He's now going to be in it forever. So he's still in jail. Beatrice Ofori, convicted of human trafficking on June 6, 2023, and sentenced to 8 years with hard labor. The 64-year-old suffers from severe hypertension, which has led to significant mobility challenges. She has spent much of her sentence in the prison infirmary. So she's coming out. It's understandable. Frank Obeng, he was sentenced to 40 years for manslaughter. Obeng is currently serving his term in Sawam prison. His sentence has been reduced to 12 years following the presidential pardon. So manslaughter. I didn't intend to kill you. Maybe you came in, were just playing, and then what happened? I pushed you and you fell and died. You still committed murder, but this is called manslaughter. So he went to jail for 40 years, but it's now been reduced to 12 years. Stephen Nyako, convicted of conspiracy to rob and robbery in December 2010 and sentenced to 30 years. Nyako has served 22 years, including time spent on remand. His pardon recognizes the time already served. I agree. Osman Inusa, convicted of conspiracy to commit robbery. Inusa was found not guilty of armed robbery. He faces mental health challenges, and his release is intended to allow proper care and management at home. I agree, if this is the true condition. Congratulations, Mr. President. Joseph Nana Kweku Boateng, convicted of attempted export and possession of narcotic substances on May 28, 2019, and sentenced to 15 years. Boateng has served 8 years, including 5 in remand. His pardon reflects his significant time served. In other words, he spent 8 plus 5. That makes it 13. So the 2 years come out and rest. Emmanuel Edu-Mensah, convicted of possession of narcotics in April 2024 and sentenced to 15 years. Edu-Mensah was serving his term at Sawam prison. His release recognizes his circumstances and potential for reform. That means they checked him up and realized that, oh, he's put on a good behavior. For that matter, they should bring him out. Remember, prison is not punitive. It is what? Reformatory. It's supposed to reform you, not to punish you. But this man went in just last year, April, and already not up to 1 year he's come out because of good behavior. Have they studied him well enough to see that he has portrayed that good behavior? If it is so, I don't have a problem. Ato Essien, William Ato Essien, former CEO of the defunct Capital Bank. Essien was sentenced in October 2023 to 15 years imprisonment for financial crimes, including the embezzlement of 620 million Ghana cedis in liquidity support from the Bank of Ghana. He went to the Bank of Ghana, collected 620 million Ghana cedis, and he never paid. He went away with the money. And when we asked him for the money, he was quoting the Bible and preaching to us. Meanwhile, 620 million had gone down in the name of the Capital Bank. Despite agreeing to repay 90 million as restitution to avoid incarceration. Essien failed to meet the terms. He couldn't pay back the money. His pardon acknowledges the complexities of his case and its broader implications for the financial system. This is foolishness. The president hasn't thought properly. No wonder they are all considered as thieves. A man has defrauded Ghana of 620 million Ghana cedis. He's been to jail a few months back. Those who stole the plantains and fowls are still in there for the past 15 years. They don't have any presidential pardon because they are not big in the society. They are children of poor people. Some smoked Ntampe, one roll. They have been in jail for the past 17 years. No pardon. After all, they are non-entities. But these people who wear coat and tie. He's been to jail barely a year ago. My brother, every day they send him fufu and aponchin krakra. Everything he wants to eat in prison, they make sure that he has it. He's even better fed than some of us who are outside the prison gates. President comes out and says that, Charlie, the other thing they do, oh, he has a headache, he has a cold, so they take him to 37 military hospital. He will lie down in the air condition for 8 months. They even allow them conjugal visits with their numerous sex partners. Today, Ato Essien is out, and the reason they are giving to us is that it acknowledges the complexities of his case and its broader implications for the financial sector. He was supposed to go for 15. He's been there for a few months. They have pulled him out. Who is going to pay that money? Is he still going to pay that money? Or it has become free bonto? The country is suffering. Please, let's be wise. I don't support this nonsense. 620 million. My brother, our teachers are poorly paid. Professors are asking themselves, next time I come into this world, I will never ever be a professor, should I? The best way to be rich and comfortable in Ghana is to be a dirty politician or to be a dirty pastor. Kobna Chum Ampofo, you know who he is? Run it, my youths. Kobna Chum Ampofo was convicted of possessing narcotics and sentenced to a prison term of 10 years. In April 2024, he's currently serving his prison term in his house. Listen, somebody, narcotics, Ntampe, 99% of all these cases is ganja, hemp. They go to jail for 20 years, 10 years. A blatant, terrible, irresponsible thief like Ato Essien goes to jail for only 15 years. I smoke a little herb. They catch me and take me in there for 20 years. What kind of justice is that? What kind of justice is this? All this Alasa Inusa, Mumuni Jibrilu, Kwamina Zulfeu, and all those people is we. We, Ntampe. Yet somebody defrauds the nation of 620 million Ghana cedis. He goes in for a few months, comes out and goes to 37 military hospital. He sleeps there for 8 million years, and then he goes back and there's a presidential pardon. And now you yourself, you go in there. I pray that you go in there. For all the atrocities you've meted out on Ghanaians and every other person who has been part of the atrocities against Ghanaians and more, may they rot in there. Alexander Neilante Lawson, he was convicted of stealing and sentenced to a prison term of 5 years with hard labor. Having served 3 years in prison, his health has deteriorated. That's agreeable. And if you check what he stole, you'll be shocked. Would have been some 200 Ghana cedis. But stealing is stealing. I do not subscribe to stealing. Philip Akpena Asibit. Oh, I said that Wingobit. It's Asibit. I know this guy well. He's been a very good friend of mine. I went to Tamale for a concert and he housed me in his hotel and my band for a number of days. I respect Philip so much. We first met in Takrady. But it's all about Ghana. What did he do? He was sentenced to 12 years in prison in 2018 for his role in causing financial loss to the state relating to his role at the National Youth Empowerment Program, NYEP. He played a role that led to Ghana losing money, like Ato Essien, 620 million. I see bits. You'll be shocked how much money was involved. He has served 6 years in prison and is currently unwell. I can tell you that he's truly unwell. Very unwell. He had a hotel called Diplomat Hotel in Tamale there. The thing has run down. There was even a TV station he was running. Everything gone down. I don't subscribe to stealing and causing financial loss to the state. Everyone who is involved in it must suffer in one way or the other. He's unwell, so having pleaded for release due to his ill health, I'm glad he's out. And I pray that he becomes a better person. Right? But may I tell Mr. President, I'm also in prison. Financial prison. I've been in this financial prison for only God knows how long. Can you give me a pardon? Please, I need your pardon. I'm of very good behavior. I have not caused any financial loss to the nation. If you give me a pardon, I'll be happy. What kind of pardon am I looking for? Please give what is due to Ghanaians to them. Please rule the country with common sense. Rule the country with patriotism. That's all the pardon I need. Dash it away. My name is Blakk RASTA. When we return, we'll be reading your messages and hey! Way! Wayo!
Blackpot, Coco Show,
It's a Blackpot, aka Kokushonamo, where we speak truth to power. In the next 5 minutes, we'll be done. Shall we check your messages? JDSGH says, greetings, Blakk. We are live. Mua Fire. Husseini Magaji says, welcome back, Blakk. JDSGH says, the beautiful video is out. Barbershop. Let's push this masterpiece. Why? Yes, the barbershop is out. Powerful music video. Shot in America and in Jamaica. Hussein Magaji says, I have been waiting for you. Yaya Selfie says, why, Blakk RASTA? What an amazing hero. Please keep the fire blazing. I'm proud of you, Abdurrahman Tamale. I'm also proud of you, Abdurrahman. JDSGH says, Blakk Barbershop is a masterpiece. I can't stop playing it more and more. Play it more and more. Share it on all the platforms that you are on WhatsApp, and make sure that we get 1 million views in no time. Ekene Okoli says, Blakk RASTA, so much love for your program. Respect my youth, and I love you, Ekene. It's been a long time. Freddy Apaka says, good evening, Blakk RASTA. Fire. Alexander Kwesi says, no wonder we have a Nicaragua named Carlos. I'm glad he lost his seat. Mark Romeo Fori says, greetings, Professor Blakk. Corne Yusuf Chipsa says, Nigel Gazy prophecy has come to pass. He said he'll come out, right? That's what Nigel Casey said. That Ato Essien will come out. Mario Mensah says this is not a true story. The government has issued a statement saying that he hasn't pardoned any prisoners. Is it an afterthought? Or what is it? At the time of coming into the studios here a few minutes ago, this was what it was. The pardon. Any which way. If it's an afterthought, then please let it remain an afterthought. This is a Blakk final story, and we are done. APLUS reveals Justin KODUAH deep secrets. You know Justin KODUAH, right? You know him. He belongs to the church of Reverend Akufo-Addo, right? Am I correct? Reverend Akufo-Addo. This was the man who went to the Reverend Minister and said, Reverend, if you are prophesying for the NPP because of me, I beg you, your dignity, your reputation at stake, and those will mean better to me than this prophecy. He said, he laughed. In fact, Akufo-Addo himself said it in church. This is Justin KODUAH, a stalwart of the NPP. They lost the elections. The prophecy of Akufo-Addo came flat when he was prophesying. And when the prophecy did not happen, you see, as men of God, sometimes some of these things humble you. It's like boxing. I hate boxing because it's a stupid sport. People sit down and watch each other, beat each other, and kill each other. Women are also involved in it. Now they are shooting arrows at animals. The bulls are charging at them. They are holding some red flag. And where has humanity gone to? Where's the common sense in this? Anyway, so Justin KODUAH. Is it Justin KODUAH or Justin KODUAH? Justin KODUAH or Justin Bieber? This brother here lost the elections. APLUS is threatening that he is going to reveal secrets. As for APLUS, he has all the secrets in the world. He knows all my secrets. Even you. He knows all your secrets. So when you misbehave a little bit, he will blackmail you with your own secrets. So if APLUS is your friend and you keep telling him your secrets at your own peril, I will expose your secrets if you dare me. APLUS dares NPP's Justin KODUAH. Run it. Kwame Asario, being popularly known as APLUS, the member of parliament elect for Gomoa Central, has insisted that outgoing Asin Central MP, Kennedy Japan, approached him with a proposal to align with the NPP in parliament. According to APLUS, who won the contest as an independent candidate, the proposal included a commitment not to contest the Gomoa Central parliamentary seat in the 2028 election. In a widely circulated video, APLUS claimed that other party officials were present during the discussion. A representative of Stephen Intim witnessed it, and others were around. Honorable Kennedy Japan did not lie. He told someone to inform Stephen Intim, the national chairman, that they had tried unsuccessfully to reach him on the phone. That person later informed me that they had engaged with APLUS. So I don't understand why Justin KODUAH is denying this, APLUS stated. He went on to accuse Justin KODUAH Frimpong, the NPP's general secretary, of contributing to the party's defeat in the 2024 general elections. As general secretary, he led the party into opposition. I am now the MP elect for Gomoa Central, but you are the general secretary of a party that has collapsed. You are irrelevant, and they will vote against you. Your political career is over. Go and sit somewhere. You are no longer part of Ghana's political landscape. You are a weak general secretary. APLUS claimed. APLUS did not hold back, labeling Justin KODUAH a failure and even alleging misconduct during his tenure. During your time as general secretary, many MPs lost their seats. You failed the party. It's even alleged that you demanded something during the campaign. Nana J is my friend, and if you misbehave, I will start exposing your secrets. He won. Well, in a Facebook post dated January 5, 2025, APLUS disclosed that the National Democratic Congress had scheduled a meeting with him to discuss the potential alignment with their caucus in Parliament. The NDC, with whom I genuinely wish to align, has invited me for a meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. While I have friends in both the NDC and PP, they must understand that I will have to disappoint someone tomorrow. Let me make this simple and clear. Deep down my heart leans towards the NDC, but I will ultimately side with whoever has my interest at heart and provides the best offer for me and the people of KODUAH Central. However, Justin KODUAH Frimpong dismissed these claims, asserting that neither the party nor its leadership had approached APLUS. The NPP has not met with APLUS, nor has it authorized anyone to convey any message to him on his behalf, KODUAH stated on post on X. I like how APLUS is going about these things. He's keeping it plain and simple. No shrouds. And that's how we should all behave. Where it means keeping it a secret must be very, very necessary. But some of these things should be open for the benefit of the people of Ghana and the people of KODUAH. To APLUS, I like listening to secrets, especially if they are secrets that will help Ghana grow. Aside that, I'm not interested in who does what in his bedroom, who gave somebody a last doggy style last night. No. I'm interested in who stole Ghana's money. I'm interested in who stole whatever there was. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Koko Show no more, where we speak truth to power. Shall we see your final messages and we are out? Mohammed Banjayawan says, greetings to all friends and everyone right here. The Blakk Pot family. Run the story, Blakk. Come here. You think say you day wise. Woyoy. MC Scorpion inside a Shaima. Bantasi Abdul Latif says, Assalamu alaikum, Blakk. I'm watching you from North Wale Wale. Blakk, keep the fire burning. More fire. Ekene Okoli is a Black Rasta. Until we start thinking for others, it will be difficult for us to grow as a nation. Kwame Logoso says the show is very loud on the streets of Tudu Accra. So loud from Jinyami bars, loud speakers. Woyoy. Respect and keep that on the loudspeakers. We love that. Kofi Azuma says, greetings to my brother Black Rasta this Monday. And says, greetings to all my brothers and sisters this Monday. Black Rasta, January 7, 2025 is right around the corner. That's just tomorrow. There would be a great day in Ghana on this day. And it's a shout out to Kevin Taylor, Free Mind, Johnny Hughes, Woody Maya, and the big time DJ, DJ Kimo in Bolgatanga. Bless and love. We love you. We love you. We love you. Any more messages? Kofi Azuma says, make sure you all watching will click on the like button and share the message and donate to this beautiful channel. Also subscribe. Kofi Azuma says, Black Rasta keeps speaking nothing but the truth. And he says, Black Rasta, we have many brothers and sisters watching you right now. They are not clicking on the like.